Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. My name is Chalksy. This is System Wasteland, and whether or not this is actually being posted is not even going to be determined by me. However, this is a special episode to introduce, or if this gets posted later, then... Oh no, that would have been posted yesterday when we're recording this, so... Yeah, no, so this is reintroducing a character. Would you like to describe your character in, let's say, 10 words or less?
Is it because I had such long descriptions in the actual episode? Um,
Baby?
they are a NEET, which is not in education, employment, or training, who has a serious case of Chinibyo and thinks that they are a time traveler from the future, and the fact that the world has gone to shit around them, and crazier things have happened. It's like validating her delusions.
I think you went way past 10 words there.
Okay.
Anyway.
She is a neat Trinibio. There you go.
There you go. Sure. Anyway, uh... don't worry, you'll have a chance to explain what a Chinibio is, like, for a fourth time on the next session, because that's gonna come up.
Like actually, like in the plan, not just me bringing it up out of character.
Yeah, because, one of the characters' quest is called, Chinibio, something. Tendencies. It's in the same sphere as the one he just completed, which is Mall Ninja.
Oh, fun. And also,
No, tactical.
I will say just for those who have seen the actual episode, one chink in her story had been attempted to be exploited by one of the people. The fact that her parents, allegedly from the future, are paying for her apartment in the past.
Anyway,
That was called out. It was like, oh well,
our
you could try to pry, but no one did. Okay.
our intrepid hero finds herself in the dungeon that she just accepted by pressing on the Coca-Cola can. And
I think wasn't I getting like time
it
twist?
was a candy bar. I didn't come up with a good pun for it though. Time Twizzlers? That's what
Yeah,
you said.
I said time twizzlers, and then someone made it like time twist, like some sort of like a Cheetos kind of thing with like where the everything's like tied or twisted or whatever, and as the shape of it or whatever. I don't know. It's not important. Some junk food, something that's not good for you.
That
Uh,
sounds like an even worse explanation for how time works than Doctor Who. Anyway, it's like a
regardless,
pile of Cheetos. No,
using a special coin that appeared while I was pooping. I mean peeing. I mean using the restroom. Uh,
and you didn't
inserted.
wash your hands. Anyway,
I rinsed them off with my homemade moonshine. Okay, they're sanitized.
anyway, you find yourself in a room. The room is concrete. The room has concrete walls, and everything is covered in bolts and nuts. You know, just like it's a stark room, and the walls are concrete, but they're like brutalist concrete, so there's like little accents in them, lines, bolts, but they are just sheer. In the center of the room is a concrete pedestal that is a rectangle, that is a perfect square of 2/3 of a foot. And it reaches your belly button height.
This wasn't what I ordered. This wasn't what I ordered from the vending machine. Don't recall hitting the brutalist concrete room with the 2/3 of a foot statue in the center. I wanted my time twists.
You see a snack on the floor.
Oh, there they are. I'm going to look around the room. See, but besides, see, like, I mean, I know you just described the room, but like, getting a closer look at things, the equivalent of a investigation check in D&D.
The walls seem to be sheer, unyielding as you try to press every one of the bolts like a button in an escape room. None of them work. You see that there is a slight red glow emanating from the top of the pillar in the center of the room.
I go over to the pillar. I reach into my lab coat, pull out a pencil, heavily chewed, and poke the statue in the center with it.
You see that there is a glowing red button on top of the pillar.
With the heavily chewed pencil in hand, I push the button.
As you push the button, the room begins to rumble around you. Over the course of 6 seconds, everything starts to shake very slowly. What do you do?
For half that time, I freeze up. For the second half of the time, I'm looking around to see if like there's any place that if like to make sure I don't get like hit by any falling bits of debris. If anything's falling, like I'm kind of like dip, duck, dive, and dodging. The if you can dodge a concrete slab, you can dodge a ball.
As you move around, you notice that the walls have started to pulsate. The concrete slabs going in and out of the wall, inches at a time, in a disturbing manner.
Out loud, she kind of mumbles to herself. It's like the beating of a heart, but concrete.
After the shuddering, after 6 seconds, the floor below you starts to become unsteady. It starts to rumble, and you see that the floor was not solid concrete but tiles, and they're starting to move, making it no longer a smooth walk, and instead everything dangerous. The tiles are about 1 inch.
Okay, I move back over towards the pedestal in the center, trying my best not to get hurt by the rough terrain created by the shifting tiles. And push the button again.
As you push the button, the tiles become reset, the walls stop pulsating, and the rumbling stops. What do you do?
I push the button again.
The area around you starts to rumble.
I then use my ability to slow down the perception, like to sort of like slow down my perception of time.
Roll for it.
What do I roll for it again?
1d20 plus, I believe, 1, because you haven't upgraded the skill. And I mean, you wouldn't have at this point anyway. The 1d20 plus 1, and then a number of d6s, which is based on the character sheet. I can pull that up.
I got a 14.
Okay. You can roll the number. Roll 3d6. And you're using upbeat, right?
Yeah, I'm speeding up I'm affecting my own perception.
Alright. You got an 8.
Yes.
As you watch, and over the course of what feels like 16 seconds, you see the world around you slow. And you see the, everything moving and rumbling, and you see the exact second at which the walls begin to pulsate once more before you find yourself cut from time. Or
So do I use the ability again?
if you want to, didn't do anything.
The only well, okay, well, you didn't just okay. So what exactly did I see in the slowdown time? Was there anything, any like spaces that I could actually like in the
You saw
slowdown?
nothing special. You
Nothing special.
just saw what the world was like while it was rumbling. Just at like 1/3 speed.
Okay, I'm gonna use the other ability.
Okay.
I
Gonna use
don't.
it on yourself?
Can I use it on myself? What is the other ability? I forget. I forgot
Downbeat.
what.
It decreases speed. If you want to, you can use it on yourself.
Okay, yeah.
Around you, the walls begin to pulsate, and the tiles are just starting to move. Okay.
And is there any like gaps that like that or were too quick in the normal time that I could like get through, but in the
The
wall
the
or
wall
floor?
only the wall only pulsates in and out less than 6 inches, and the floor, each of the little tiles is only 1 inch wide, and they move up and down a bunch, but they're independent of each other, so finding a gap between them would be very hard.
Okay. Without pushing the button again, I make my way to the wall and like try to push with it. Whatever, if there's a strength
You
check or
hear
something.
a loud alarm sound begin to screech from above.
Well, that's something new. I would like to use again the upbeat ability, and this time move around the room, like pushing on all the walls.
Okay.
Do you have to roll the d20 plus 1 again?
Yeah.
17.
All right. Roll the 3d6.
15.
1 sec. 15. Alright. Over the course of the next about a half minute, or at least what to you feels like half a minute, you are able to run around the room. No matter what your speed is, it's a blur to anyone who should be observing you. Push on the walls, you
Stop on the floors.
almost feel that you could even run up the wall if you chose, because your momentum is so high at this speed. But as you move, you finally, your ability once again shuts down. You feel a slight tinge in your heart. Like heartburn.
Okay.
Nothing
new. This character is used to having heartburn.
And you hear a grinding sound as above you, 30 feet above, the ceiling begins to move down.
Okay. Is there any visual indication of any exit forming in the jumbled mass that is this room currently?
Would you like to roll for it?
Yeah, I guess.
Roll a d20.
Just a d20? Just a flat d20?
You don't have a relative skill.
4.
You don't see anything. As that happens, you see that the ceiling, it's no longer plane. You see that the tiles have retracted, and now the ceiling has spikes that are moving down even quicker.
Okay, I make my way back to the center pedestal, and just as the spikes are about to crush me, I push the button again.
Everything grinds to a halt and resets.
Okay, I wind up and I just kick the pedestal with all my might.
Roll a d20.
4.
You stub your toe.
Should have used the Converse. But, ow. That was the sandaled foot. With the appropriate the fully closed-toed shoed foot, can I try again?
Sure.
So rolling the d20.
Mm-hmm.
17.
What part of the pillar are you aiming for?
Whatever part would give it enough leverage to break or sort of be pushed over almost like a lever. Instead of pushing the button, I'm trying to push the pillar like a lever, I guess.
You kick the side, and you manage to severely hurt your shin.
But did the pillar in the center move at all?
No, no, it did not.
Is it broken?
It did not.
Okay, I'm going to aggressively karate chop the button, like trying to break something.
Alright.
Like,
You want to roll for it?
Yeah.
Okay.
13.
Roll a d6.
2.
You slam the button down, and it pops right back up. And once more, the room begins to rumble. What do you do?
I sit down on the floor on the floor next to the button and just wait for the room to crush me because I can't think of anything else to do.
The walls begin to pulsate once more. And then after another 6 seconds, the tiles below you begin to move. However, you feel that you actually are on a safe shelf that isn't moving for some reason. Then the alarm begins to sound and the ceiling moves down. And then finally the spikes get revealed on the ceiling. And they slowly move to the floor. Until they daintily tap the one of the spikes daintily taps and presses the button. And the room resets once more. However, looking around, you realize that there is now a doorway.
Of course. That was my plan the entire time. She says out loud to nobody. Stands up, dusts the dust that was on her when she got in here, no dust from the actual room, off of her pants as she proceeds to walk out the door.
Down a short hallway, you find yourself into another room. This room is circular, unlike the previous room, which, as you saw before, was
Square, rectangular.
Square. It was square. Looking around the room, you see that the walls are covered in 10 doors.
Including the one I entered from?
The walls are covered in 12 doors, including the one you entered from.
Okay, I look around at the floor and the ceiling and,
As you walk forward from the doorway, the door closes behind you, and the doors begin to spin. Until finally, out pops a groundhog.
Is it just a regular groundhog?
It is glowing very slightly blue. It appears to be some kind of radioactive groundhog.
Hello, Mr. Groundhog. You related to Puxatani Phil?
The groundhog seems to get undescribably angry when you say that, and tries to hit you. That's 14. I need you to roll a d20 against.
3.
That is 6 damage, and I can keep track of that for you.
Okay. As a reaction to the groundhog attacking me, I am going to go into the upbeat and attack it.
Okay.
So I get
As
to
you
roll
do.
a d20 plus 1.
Yeah. As you do, you see a groundhog start to make its way through the thing. Also roll 3d6.
6.
Okay. You find yourself accelerated to 2 times speed. And you're able to look around. There are 2 groundhogs. One is slowly walking out of the door. They both look angry at you. However, you seem to have the ability to, you seem to have the time to attack them during this time phase.
Yes, that's what I'm gonna do. So do I have to roll like a d20 attack?
Yeah.
Eight.
Hits. Roll 1d6.
2.
Okay. Groundhog looks mostly unhurt.
That was only one groundhog, so I got a chance to attack both.
You have the chance to attack 2 times. 3 times. You have the chance to attack 3 times.
Okay. D20. Okay, 3. Man, this dice bot is mean.
It can be. That one misses. You can attack one more time.
Natural 1.
As you miss that time, you get reset. And you fall as you get reset into regular time. And another groundhog pops out of another door.
So to be clear, there are now 3 groundhogs.
Yep. And they all rolled to attack you. Roll 1 time, please. 1d20.
5.
And 2 of them hit you.
Okay.
That will be 6 damage.
Okay.
And then... Now what do you do?
I reach into my purse and pull out my pepper spray and attempt to mace the groundhogs.
Okay.
Because of course I have pepper spray. Whether or not it's expired is up to you. But I think expired mace is worse than just regular mace.
I don't know.
You think I think mace would be the only thing she keeps up to date, making sure that that's all good. Girl's got to protect herself. Anyways, so do I roll a d20 to mace the groundhogs?
Yeah, go ahead.
Watch me fail this one and mace myself. Oh, natural 20!
Alright. Roll 2d6.
8.
All 3 groundhogs are now dead. However, another groundhog pops out of another door.
Are they all blue?
They're all blue, yeah.
Alright, Puxatani 4. Bring it on.
It tries to attack you.
I kind of I kind of stand in that way, like the cry, like the bring it on, like pose for like karate.
That's a 17 to hit you.
Like,
Roll again.
4.
3 damage.
Okay.
I'm keeping track, don't worry.
Okay. This time, because I was sort of already kind of doing like Karate Kid poses, I'm going to do like the crane kick from Karate Kid, the original Karate Kid, like the early 90s or whatever. That one, not the remake.
90s?
I don't know how old it is. All I know is that it's an old movie. Okay.
There was only one remake, and it wasn't even about karate.
Yeah, about kung fu. Anyways,
Still mad about that.
wax on, wax off. This digression of topic, and let me roll for my crane kick.
Go ahead.
Eight.
You crane kick, and then you remember that groundhogs are short. You do the exact one from the movie, and you kick at your own chin height. And then you remember that groundhogs are like a foot off the ground. You gotta admit, that one's pretty funny. Anyway, another groundhog pops out of a door.
Okay, so there's once again 2 groundhogs.
2 groundhogs. They both try to hit you. That's a 2 and a 4.
Yeah, 3 of them death by mace. Two still remain.
The
Okay.
2 and a 4 to hit you.
15.
You do not get hit.
Okay, I'm going and for my next attack, I'm gonna try to catch one of them as they try to attack me and just like spike it onto the ground.
Okay.
So do I have to do like a separate D20 roll to try to catch it versus
Just roll a D20. Just roll a D20.
8.
That does not manage to catch it.
Okay, can I still try to like can I still try to like attack it?
Yes.
Or is that my attack for the turn? Okay. 12.
You hit.
Okay.
Roll
how many
1d6.
1d6. 4.
It is on its last leg. In fact, I don't even know if it has a leg. Maybe it's just wiggling at you. Still angry.
Okay, I am going to go into upbeat
Another groundhog
hold on.
appears.
Hold on. I'll let their attack round go through. Then I'll go into upbeat.
Another groundhog appears.
So how many? 3 again?
3 again. That's a 7, a 6, and a nat 1. Roll against.
11.
You managed to deflect all of them from the air. Now go Neo on their asses.
Okay. I'm gonna go into upbeat.
Okay. Roll for it. 1d20 plus 1.
15.
Okay. Now roll your 3d6.
16.
Wow. Okay. Need to calculate this.
Okay,
Alright.
so while I'm sped up, I'm going to grab each of the hedgehogs or groundhogs, and I'm going to throw them into the center in a way. I'm so quick at this that they all will collide in the center.
Okay, that is 3 individual actions. So you'll have to roll 3 times.
Okay. D20, D20, D20.
Yep.
19.
That one doesn't work.
2.
That one does work. No, sorry. That one doesn't work.
Yeah, but the 19 doesn't work?
The 19 doesn't work, the 2 doesn't work. The first one got a nat 20.
Nat 1.
That one also doesn't work. You have 2 more actions you can do. You are incredibly bad at grabbing groundhogs.
Apparently.
Even if they are moving up at 1/5 your speed, you are apparently very bad at grabbing. Like, I guess maybe they're slippery?
No, I'm gonna try to grab two of them, and do the same thing with only 2 of them this time.
Alright, roll twice. You can just roll
15.
2d20 if you want. That hits.
And 2.
That one does not. Roll 1d6.
So I grab one and yeet it across the room, but the other one's too slippery. It oiled up. It was prepared for this fight. How many d6s, sorry?
1.
2. I made sure this was the one that I'd already kind of pelted.
Okay, this is the one that was already damaged?
Yeah.
Okay, you throw it across the room and it breaks its neck.
Still 2 more, unless another one decides to come out of the
Another
door.
one pops out of a door.
Okay. Are they gonna attack?
Oh, right. Roll 1d20.
12.
That is a total of 7 damage. All 3 of them hit you. I got it.
I have no clue how much health I have not looking at my sheet.
Yeah. But I'm keeping track, don't worry. I'll tell you when you go below half.
Okay.
Now, what would you like to do to these 3 groundhogs?
Can I use downbeat on the groundhogs? And then
Yes.
upbeat on myself?
Those are two separate actions.
Oh, okay. But I'm gonna use. Okay, then I'm gonna use downbeat on the groundhogs then.
Which groundhog?
I can't do all three.
Not in one action.
So
Yet.
if I use upbeat on myself, then can I use downbeat on all the hedgehogs?
Yes. If
Okay,
you go fast enough.
Okay, I use upbeat on myself.
Roll d20, then 3d6. You can do that all in one action if you want, and I'll just tell you if it goes through. It does not go through.
So I don't use the ability?
You do not. They attack you again.
Okay.
Another groundhog pops out of the...
How many were you at again? 4?
Yeah, how many have you killed now?
I think 3.
Okay. Roll against the dodge. Two of them hit you. That's a total of 12 damage.
Okay.
Yep.
Going back to my turn. I'm going to once again try to use upbeat.
Okay. 1d20.
Isn't d20 plus 1?
Yeah, d20 plus 1.
15.
You managed to succeed.
Okay. Now that I'm perceiving things faster, I now also want to use downbeat on each of the hedgehogs. Whatever, groundhogs.
Roll your 3d6.
$11.
You have 4 actions.
And there's 4 groundhogs.
Yep.
But
Roll.
I'm only gonna target 3 of them with
Okay.
3 of them with downbeat, because then I'm going to attack one of the downbeaten ones.
All right. Roll 3d20.
Sorry, actually no. Actually, I'm gonna only use downbeat twice. That way, I can attack the 2 twice with once they're under the effects of downbeat.
Okay.
So 2d20.
Mhm.
Nine and a 15.
They do not go through.
Okay, I'm still gonna follow through and attack the second 2.
Okay.
4. 12.
First one does not work, however, the second one does.
Well, that one of those groundhogs can catch these fists and at supersonic speeds gets punted across the face.
Okay. Roll 2d6.
Oh, 2d6?
Well, it doesn't matter. You broke its jaw off.
Is it dead?
Yeah. Another groundhog appeared.
So still at 4. I finally killed one and now we're back to... Okay.
Alright, roll a d20, DC to beat is 19.
Not 1.
Okay. That's 18 damage. It's your turn. What would you like to do?
Like, use upbeat again.
Okay. That does
3.
not work.
What's the DC to use upbeat?
10.
Oh. Okay.
You will level up the skill, though. I should give you a skill up in the next time you succeed. I'll do that. Another groundhog appears.
5 groundhogs.
DC to beat is 19. Or 11. Somewhere between 19 and 11.
3.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm being alive by these Puxatani wannabes.
Alright. That is 9 damage. Now, now you have one more action. You have one more turn. What would you like to do?
Upbeat.
Okay.
11.
Okay. Roll your 3d6.
Oh, there's only 2d6. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay. You have a total of 3 actions. What would you like to do?
I would like to just use those 3 actions to smack these Puxatani wannabes with my purse.
Okay. Roll d20s.
15.
Okay.
6.
Okay.
16.
The second and third ones go through.
So the 6 and the 16 go through?
Yeah.
But the 15 didn't. Weird. Okay.
The first one rolled a 19. Everything's roll against. That's kind of...
Okay, what's my damage die?
D6 for each of them. But I'll give you a bonus to it later.
Okay, the first one takes 1 damage.
Okay.
Second one takes 3.
Alright. You managed to bludgeon several of these with your accelerated time. However, you watch as another groundhog walks out of a doorway. And you feel a shuddering in the room.
Come on, Puxatani wannabes, I can do this all day.
I believe that should be a total of 12 groundhogs that have come out. Or, no, 10. 9? How many groundhogs? How many have you killed?
I think I killed 4.
Okay, so this should be the 10th groundhog.
I believe there are now 5.
I think there's 6. There are 6. So anyway, that will be a 16, a 15, an 11, a 10, a 9, and a 3.
18.
Roll those all at once. Yeah. You managed to dodge all of them.
can dodge. You can dodge a head. You can dodge a groundhog. You can dodge a ball.
As you dodge them, suddenly
As I dip, duck, dive, and dodge them.
Suddenly you feel a massive amount of mana around you. The same feeling that was in your heart that slightly hurts. It gathers around you, and the room begins to spin as you watch the groundhogs disappear, and the doors are once more in a circle unopened. A groundhog walks out of the door.
Is it blue?
It is blue.
Okay, how many more of you bitches am I gonna have to beat to a bloody pulp?
Okay, so I know you don't want to take too much time doing this, so I'm going to skip ahead a bit.
I will say it's already past time. B, I'll just make a tweet a little bit later that I'm pushing my stream ahead. It's fine.
Okay, it just might take a while. I just wanted. I thought maybe I could, you know,
No need.
give
Let's
you a
grab my
hint.
phone. I'll quickly send out a tweet.
Folks at home, this is what we call pity.
A tweet in a
No.
blue sky. Whatever they call their tweets.
Not tweets anymore. It's X videos.
No, if Elon is going to dead name his daughter, I'm gonna dead name Twitter.
Yeah, but this might mean that Blue Sky could just buy the Twitter name, which would be hilarious. Or a different company. Facebook. Turn threads into Twitter. Be very funny. To me, personally. Probably be a bad idea financially and for the world. But it would be amusing. I should play a different song. Been going for a while. Do I have another time song?
I don't know. Anyways,
Ooh,
so
here we go.
I was directly asking this new Puctatani wannabe, how many more of you bitches am I gonna have to beat to a bloody pulp?
One sec, let me just change this into another. How do I make you leave chat? Yeah. Anyway,
Okay.
the groundhog does not answer you. What would you like to do? I'm gonna say talking is a free action.
That overly chewed pencil that I was using one room ago, gonna chuck it at it.
Oh, by the way, all of your stuff replaces to where it was when you first walked into the room. You don't feel hurt anymore either. Roll a d20.
Nine.
You hit. Roll 2d6. I'm gonna give you an extra one for this special attack. Because it's funny. Boom! You throw the pencil and it gets lodged in the groundhog's eye, instantly killing it.
Okay, now what? Does another one pop up?
Another one does come in. 1 sec, sorry. It doesn't have the you have the time to attack it first because you already dispatched the previous one.
Okay. I'm going to take out my mace that I apparently was returned to my purse, and I'm going to just spray it in the direction of the new assailant.
All right.
Eight.
1 sec.
Did it hit?
That does not hit. It attempts to attack you. It's a 14 to hit.
It hits. I got an 11.
You feel as it scratches your chest severely. Its little claws. Another groundhog walks into the room.
Reach into my purse. And I pull out what people in the tech industry would call a spicy pillow. Basically, a lithium battery that's about to go boom.
Okay.
That I'm just casually carrying around. And I'm going to chuck it at one of the other. I'm going to chuck it. Actually, first I'm going to go into upbeat.
All right. Roll d20.
+1.
Yeah, plus 1. Does not work. You can still do your action though.
Okay, I'm still throwing the spicy pillow. So I'm gonna do the d20 for the spicy pillow.
1d20. All right.
7.
You manage to throw it to the side, and it doesn't hit either of them as it bursts into fire and acid. That's an 18 and an 18 to hit you.
7. They both hit.
Okay. You don't feel it too bad. It's only 3 total damage. You don't have to worry about the damage, though. You realized already what's happening. Another groundhog walks into the room. See, this music feels more appropriate to this combat encounter.
Yeah. A bunch of Pakistani wannabes beat up a homeless woman. Okay, I'm gonna attempt to go into upbeat again.
Okay.
16. I go into upbeat.
Okay. Roll 3d6.
12. Already, just one step ahead of you.
Alright, that means you have a total of 4 actions you can do.
Okay, I'm going to throw two more spicy pillows.
For reference, for the folks at home, and so that you might actually remember this, it is, your result is, plus 1 point, is plus 2.25 to your total speed. Meaning that you divide it by 4 and then add 1. to get the result of how many actions you do.
Okay. So I'm throwing 2 spicy pillows.
Okay.
13.
Okay.
And 16.
Say 13 and 16?
Yes, 13 and 16.
Okay. One of them jumps out of the way. However, the spicy pillow lands next to one of them. Roll 3d6.
5.
That one gets its face melted like the Terminator. Now, the other 2 get hit with the splash damage completely by the other spicy pillow. Roll 3d6.
15.
They are skeletons.
And in the distraction, I have slipped through one of the doors.
As you look around, you find that the room behind the door is a closet that is completely bare. It's essentially just it is just the space of the groundhog. Another groundhog enters the room.
Okay, then I turn around. And I do still technically have 2 actions, and I just open the door with only one of them.
Yeah, you have one more action for that turn before the another one.
I turn back around and throw another spicy pillow. Let me know if you think I have too many spicy pillows.
I'm gonna say you have a total of 6.
How many have I used?
3.
Okay. Throw one more. That's 4.
Yeah, there is only one groundhog at the moment. What'd you roll?
9.
9, okay.
9.
It manages to dodge out of the way again. Seems surprisingly good at it. Another groundhog enters the room.
Okay.
But 17 to hit you from the groundhog that just dodged out of the way.
6.
Okay. Manages to get a little bit of a bite out of your leg. Maybe you should wear more full pants.
She says to the voice inside her head that's narrating everything.
Oh god damn it, let's not make this into the Hanley parable. There are 2 groundhogs. What would you like to do?
First I would like to upbeat.
Okay. Alright. As you upbeat, you feel a bit more familiarity with the skill. You now have 1 more level in the skill, and you get a notification for it.
Okay.
You are now level 2 in the skill, which, as I have said before, means that you now roll 1d20 plus 2.
Oh. So should I not count
no.
16 or going forward it would count?
Going forward.
Okay. Technically 17.
Roll 3d6, please.
$11.
You get a total of 3 actions.
Okay. I would like to downbeat one of the hedgehogs or one of the
Groundhogs.
they're blue and they have a hog in the name. So, when
Sue
Tonya
you?
wanted
I
to-
will.
Anyway, I'm gonna downbeat one of the Sega rejects.
Ah, yes. Sonic the Groundhog. Such a great game. You know, no speed, no curling up, just the power to dig.
enough video game references. What do I do for downbeat?
You just 1d20 plus 1.
17.
It just barely manages to escape your downbeat.
Okay, downbeat again. Same one.
Okay.
6. That's probably not gonna do it.
It does not.
And with the final thing, I just choose to just attack regularly.
Okay.
6.
Hits. 1d6.
6.
Another one bites the dust.
Bow, bow, bow. Another one bites the dust. Let me guess, another groundhog walks into the room.
Sounds like the setup for a bad joke. Another groundhog walks into the room. Also, you get hit by this groundhog. That's an 11 to hit.
17.
Does not hit. There are now 2 groundhogs. What do you do?
That was 3.
No, you killed one.
Oh, I splattered one with my purse? Okay.
I assumed you palm striked it.
Yeah, whatever. I'm gonna reach into
This is
my
a really
purse.
good song.
Yeah, I'm gonna reach into my purse and I'm going to pull out another bottle of expired medications and use that as a projectile.
Alright. Roll 1d20.
Gonna poison them to death, apparently, right? With expired medication. Although to be fair, them being an animal, the regular unexpired medication could also potentially kill them. But being creative. 12.
Roll another d20 for me.
9.
You throw it and it bursts open in between them. They look at you a little bit quizzically and just look at the ground. What is this? You know, like you can tell on their face that they're just very confused. And you just back in like, go ahead, eat it. And so they do. Roll 3d6. You manage to convince the dumb animals to eat some pills.
12.
Both of them die.
They died from they probably would have died from the non-expired meds, but like the expired meds especially.
Another groundhog walks into the room.
Damn it! How many did I kill this time though? I think a lot more than last time.
You have killed 7. Remember, there are 12 doors.
Okay, I pull a pen. Does this one attack me first?
It doesn't. It doesn't get to attack you until after you go.
Oh, okay. So I pull a pen out of my purse and I yeet it across the room.
Okay. 1d20.
4.
Okay.
Unless it rolls really low, I probably missed.
You miss. It got an 8. gonna hit you.
18. It also misses.
All right. Another groundhog walks into the room.
I'm gonna upbeat.
Okay.
11.
All right.
And 13. 13 for the 3d6.
All right. You have a total of 4 actions that you can do in the next 6 seconds. So
Okay,
during this round.
I'm gonna throw my last 2 remaining spicy pillows.
Okay.
10. And 15.
Both of them managed to dodge out of the way of the first one. However, on the second one of them gets caught up in it. Roll 3d6.
$13.
It's dead. It's melted.
That was only 2 actions that I had 4. So I'm going to just smack the remaining hedgehog or hedgehogs. I don't know how many are still in the room.
Groundhog. There's only one.
Okay, I'm gonna smack it twice.
Okay.
First, I'm gonna see if the first one kills it. So, 5.
Hits. 1d6.
Four.
It is still alive.
Okay, second attack, 16.
Hits.
Two.
It's also dead.
Let me guess, another groundhog.
Another groundhog walks into the room.
So I've killed 10.
You've killed 9.
Said 7, and I've killed 2 more since then. Oh, 7, 8, 9. Math is not my forte.
I was waiting for you to get that. Weren't you a computer major?
No.
No, you were. You were in Were you a film major? Were you the film major?
I got a Bachelor of Science in Film.
Like DJ, like Strike. Strike is also got a film degree.
Have I used it since college? No.
Well, maybe we should open up Nuclear Horseman Studios again.
Yeah, maybe. Anyways, okay,
It was your
so
idea.
Yeah, I know. Another groundhog walks into the room. Okay, I get a chance to attack it because I
Yes.
dispatched the ones in the room.
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna. This particular bottle of pills only had 2 pills in it, so I'm gonna throw the remaining one in there.
Okay.
$16.
All right. Yeah, no, it just kind of ignores the bottle, and you don't manage to pop it open.
Okay, so I'm guessing
It attacks
now
you.
it's gonna, yeah, it's gonna attack.
12 to hit.
$18. It misses.
All right. Your turn.
Trying to think of what
You see a door open. However, a groundhog does not walk out of it.
I'm out of pills. I'm out of pills and I'm out of spicy pillows.
You can always punch it.
I'm gonna punch it. 15.
Alright, you managed to hit it. Roll 1d6.
Literally 1 point.
It's still around. One more door open. Nothing steps out. What do you do? Oh, wait, and also needs
So there are 2
15
doors,
to hit you.
2 doors open that with nothing that came out of them?
Yep.
Okay, it rolled to hit. It have to roll to deflect.
15. Yeah.
14. It still hits.
Okay, it deals 3 damage, but you don't have to keep track of that. Now, are you gonna try to hit it, or upbeat, or anything?
I'm going to upbeat.
Okay.
14, that activates, so 3d6. 14.
Okay. That means you have a total of 5 actions.
Dang. Okay, first I'm gonna try to downbeat the remaining groundhog.
Sorry, 4 actions, not 5.
Oh, I was gonna say. D20 plus 1. 4. Did that work? Do I need a 10 for both of them to activate?
No, the other one's a roll against. It does not work, though.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna. I have 4 attacks. I'm gonna try another downbeat.
Oh, by the way, you feel everything start to shudder.
Okay.
It does not work. Your heart is pulsating.
Okay, I'm just gonna use the last 2 just as regular attacks.
Okay.
12.
Sorry.
That hit.
Yes.
Two damage.
Okay. Still up.
It's still up. Okay, one more d20. 19.
Hits.
6.
And it's dead. Hey, you managed to solve the puzzle way quicker. Well, unless we assume that, didn't depict every single time around. Ten of the doorways close. However, 2 remain open and the corpses stay on the floor.
Is there anything different about what I can see beyond both of the doors?
One is very clearly the way you came.
Okay, I go into the one that is very clearly not the way I came.
Cool. Sorry, I just want to change the music. You walk into the third room of the dungeon. Sorry, I had to pull up my notes. You walk into the third room of the dungeon. You find yourself in a room that is... what is a 12-pointed, 12-sided thing called?
Nonagon?
Dodecagon. You find yourself in a room that is shaped like a dodecadon. In each of the points of the room, there is a torch. One of which is blue, while the other 11 are regular orange flame. On the
Well,
floor, you see a series of 60 candles. And in the center of the room, there is an altar on which is a sleeping old man.
okay. Um, I walk in and excuse me?
Nobody responds.
Well, those Sega reject Puxatani wannabes were all blue, so I'm guessing this blue torch has something to do with it. Go over and I pick up the blue torch.
It is firmly attached to the wall. You are unable to get it out of its sconce.
Okay, I go over to one of the candles, pick it up, and bring it over to the blue
You are
flame and,
unable to pick up the candle. It is firmly attached to the floor.
I go and try one of the non-blue torches.
It is firmly attached.
I go back to the blue torch and I'm going to actually like pull really hard.
Firmly attached to the wall.
I don't even get to roll for it?
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna go over to the man on the altar and poke him and boop him in the nose. Boop, 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 boop.
He does not respond to you. However, you see that there are many areas around. There is a poem below on the altar.
Okay, I read the poem. What does it say?
When you think about the time between the starlight, between the stars and the sun, and you think of that which is darkest, then, at midnight, found fun. However, then you think of which of these times is closest to that. 11:55, 12:06, 11:50, 12:03.
Can you say those again?
11:55 a.m., 12:06 a.m., 11:50 a.m., and 12:03 a.m.
11:55.
Saying it says nothing.
I tap the 11:55 in the poem, in the written poem.
That does not do anything.
How many candles did you say there were?
There are 60 candles and 12 torches.
12 torches. I go to the torch that would represent 11.
Which one do you think is the one that represents 11?
Well, if the blue one's 12, then the one before it. I'm bad with rights and left. Just you know which one I'm referring to.
Okay. So you go and blow out that one?
Yes.
You snuff it out, and You see the smoke drifting to the sea. Nothing else seems to happen.
I go to the blue one and try to blow it out.
You blow out the blue torch. You take 16 damage as the blue torch ignites in fire and blasts you with fire before returning to its normal sensation.
I pull out my can of mace. Does it say that it's flammable?
Don't make me Google if mace is flammable.
I want to put you on all the FBI watch lists.
Yes, it's flammable, but it's the propellant.
Okay. Well then, I'm going to spray the mace from the blue candle quickly over to the other burnt out candle.
Torches.
Torches, yeah.
Okay. Roll a d20.
Okay. Eight.
It does not work. It doesn't seem to reach far enough.
I blow out the blue candle again, so it bursts with flame again.
Torch.
Hoping it, you know what I meant. Hopefully it'll catch fire with the mace that I sprayed.
You take 9 damage.
Okay, does it catch fire?
No.
Look, I'm out of fucking ideas. I could take one of the remaining pens or pencils or pocket knives or whatever I can think of could be in my purse and stab the guy on the altar, but I mean, that's the only thing I can think of. You're really not giving me many options here.
I mean, there are also the candles. You have only done stuff with the torches.
I tried to lift the candles and you said they were stuck in there.
They are. Yes.
Okay. I blow out the remaining torches that are not the blue one.
Okay. As you blow out one of the torches, it bursts into flames, once again lighting your head on fire. You take 14 damage.
I wasn't blowing out the one that was blue, though.
I know.
Is the second one that attacked me, is that one now also blue?
No. It looks exactly the same as the other 10 torches that aren't blown out or blue.
Is my hair still on fire?
No, you were able to pat it out.
Oh, I was gonna say while it was still on fire, I would run over to the candles and try to light them with my hair.
The candles are lit on fire.
Anything else happen?
You can try to relight the torch. Roll a d20.
Oh, the one specifically that I wanted to relight. Okay.
Only one torch is not lit, and all of the candles are also still lit.
I thought the candles weren't lit.
No, the candles are lit. There are
Were they
60
lit?
candles that are lit in a circle, and 12
Oh,
torches lit on the
I
walls.
thought you said there was 60 unlit candles.
No, no, they're lit on the ground.
I thought the
They're on a
I
60
thought
pointed star.
you
Actually,
said that the candles weren't lit.
no, they are lit.
Okay, well, with my flaming hair, I would like to relight the other torch that is
Okay, roll a
not lit.
d20.
19.
You manage to run over and relight it before your hair goes out, because it's rather dry and greasy. The torch relights perfectly fine.
Okay. I go over to the candles and try to blow them out.
Which one are you trying to blow out?
The one on the 11th point, right before the point that points directly at the blue candle.
There are 60 candles. There's one right in front of the blue one.
I blow that one out.
You take 1 damage.
I take 1 damage?
Yeah, the little candle flame burns your lips. It is much smaller.
I go through my purse, I take out my pocket knife, and I stab the guy in the altar. Because I'm literally out of ideas.
The guy on the altar doesn't seem to react. However, the poem, you notice something strange has happened to the poem.
Okay, what does the poem say now?
The answer that you highlighted, C, is glowing very faintly blue. The one that says 11:45.
I thought you said 11:55.
11:55. Sorry, 11:55 a.m.
Okay, I touch it now.
Nothing happens.
I stab the guy on the altar a few more times.
You feel catharsis, but it does not seem to change the room.
I'm getting frustrated because I've even outside of my character, who's not very bright, I am out of ideas.
Okay, I'm very glad that I changed it slightly, but
I go into upbeat to see if anything is different.
okay.
Nope. I don't go into upbeat.
As you try to go into upbeat, you notice that there is a similar feeling in your heart to the blue tinged text, the blue torch, and you notice that one of the candles, the one immediately in front of the torch, also looks slightly blue.
Okay. That doesn't really help me solve the puzzle.
If you want a hint, you can roll a d20 for a hint.
16.
Okay. Here's your hint. You already solved the puzzle, and then you decided that your solution was wrong.
So something within me feels that I've already answered the puzzle and then undid my answer, and so I go over to the 11 torch and blow it out again.
As you blow it out, you realize this is the only torch that you have blown out without it attacking you. In retaliation, it once more blows out and seems perfectly content as smoke wafts into the sky.
Okay, I return to the bloody dead guy on the altar, no longer sleeping. Is there any difference now to the poem now that I've blown out the candle and returned with the torch, blown out?
The answer in the poem that you have clicked on, that you believe to be correct, is glowing slightly brighter. Specifically, the 11 in the poem is glowing slightly brighter.
I touch the 11?
Nothing happens.
I blow out 55 of the 60 candles?
The first candle you try to blow out burns you and does not get blown out. You take 2 damage.
Stab the guy on the altar a few more times in frustration.
You feel slightly better. You notice that when you stab him, all cuts and wounds and anything that appear, they do seem to look bloody on the inside, but they do not bleed. They do not move. Only the things that you do to him affect him in any way, and time doesn't seem to be affecting him.
I pull him off the altar.
You try to pull him off the altar, and you realize that he is stuck fast.
Okay, what was the poem again? Is there another hint in the poem that I'm missing?
Kind of made up the poem.
Okay, well then.
The question, the poem, the question is, what is the time that is closest to midnight? 11:55 a.m.
I got the 11. I just can't get the 55.
Okay, actually, when you try to roll him off the table, roll a d20.
11.
You do not manage to roll him off the table, however, you realize that his stasis seems to be somehow related to time stasis, like your skills.
Slow down or speed up?
He seems to have been completely stopped.
I attempt to enter myself into downbeat.
Alright. Roll a d20. plus 1.
18.
Okay. Roll 3d6.
Sorry, not 18. 10. Sorry, I misread the number. 10.
Roll 3d6.
11.
You slow down. You slowly go into a form of meditation as your heartbeat slows. You feel yourself going into everything around you is faster. The flames are faster and faster and faster until they seem to be just pure blobs of light. Meditation as you sit next to the altar. The man they slowly feel a sense of enlightenment. Your eyes close, mind rises, and you see the room as if you are looking at it from above. You see that the man on the altar is facing with his head directly pointed at the blue torch. You realize that the lines on the floor, which you didn't really understand at first, are in the shape of stars. And as those as the stars, the 60-pointed and the 12-pointed star, blur out, you realize that there are also lines, short lines, that poke out from each of the points of the stars on which the the torches and the candles are. And you slowly, your eyes blur and you it is in the shape of a clock. The room is a clock.
I mean, I probably would have gotten there eventually. Figured out that the 12 torches counted as hours.
What you now realize is that the 60 candles are the minutes.
That much I was also trying to get to, but none of them would let me burn them out.
Well, that's because you only tried, like, 2 of them. I didn't let you try to blow out 55 because that would have been, like, killing yourself.
Fair.
Because you take 1d6 every time you blow out a wrong candle.
Okay. I exit downbeat.
You slowly feel yourself come back alive. You're no longer in stasis. Sorry.
I then count 50. Count to the with the blue candle being 60. I count back to the 55th candle and try to blow specifically the 55th candle out.
When you blow the 55th candle out, it gets put out and smoke rises to the sky. You feel a rush of mana enter your heart. And it thumps. And you hear an echoing thump from upon the altar. You look at it, and the old man on the altar sits up, breathing and stretching from his long sleep. And he looks at you with a smile.
Even though I stabbed him a couple hundred times?
He looks at you with a slight smile. And then he looks at his chest, and he's like, and he just kind of gives you a what the fuck face, and then he turns to dust.
I'm sorry, I couldn't figure it out. I got frustrated.
On the altar, a chest descends from the heavens. As
I also sweep the remaining ashes into my flask. Sorry, old man. I was frustrated.
as you open the chest, you receive two things. One is a scroll, and the other is a pocket watch.
Okay, I take out both.
Okay.
I also have a flask full of
Oh, and your quest completes, and you get the sword as well. Just a kind of.
I also have a flask full of old man ashes.
I'll try to remember to write that down after we're done.
Not sure that has anything special to do with it now that I have his ashes, but I mean, hey.
It might come out. So, is there anything you would like to do? As you see a portal appear to the side, is there anything you would like to do before you walk out of the dungeon?
Aside from make sure that I've swept up all the old man's ashes into my flask.
Yeah. Well, and belt the sword to your waist, because canonically you did that.
Okay, and then I step through the portal and pick right up to where I met the group 2 days later.
Yeah, we're going to assume, just as a group, that the majority of that time was spent in this room. So canonically, Tonya took 3 days to solve this puzzle.
She ain't very bright. She pretends that she's very bright, but she ain't very bright.
I mean, it took her a bit to solve the first two puzzles, but the first puzzle lasts 60 seconds every time you do it, and the second puzzle, she actually did pretty quickly, unless we, well, no, the second puzzle is a time loop, so no matter how many times you went through it, it only lasts 60 seconds. So this is where the 2 days went.
Fun.
Anyway.
Okay. You can catch me on Twitch, Anxiety RHP Princess. I gotta go prepare for stream.
Thank you everybody for listening. This has been this has been System Wasteland, not Curse of Straw. God damn it, System Wasteland, and I have been your host, Coffee Bunny. Goodbye.
I have been Anxiety Princess, or whatever. I'm playing the role of Tonya, Tartrek's Time Traveler.
Your name is too hard to pronounce.